Cheers, everybody.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to another episode of Bourbon Booze, where we try the wonderful world of whiskey, and we're on our last whiskey from our advent calendar, and it's a Scotch. And it's something I've been really excited about because this is a Scotch from a region that's not really associated with those mythical regions that we talked about in the last episode. This is the Highland Park Magnus. The Highland Park Magnus. Highland Park Scotch is in the Orkneys, which is a little chain of islands way north of Scotland in the North Sea, I guess, yeah, between Norway and Iceland. And I've actually been to the Orkneys. I've been to the very topmost island, to a town called Skeleton, something like that. I don't know.
Skeletor?
No, I didn't say Skeletor. I said Skeleton. My wife and I did a transatlantic trip from Amsterdam to Boston, and we went to Norway and Iceland and Greenland and Canada and all sorts of stuff, but we stopped in Scotland. So that was my second time to Scotland. Cody and I went a few years earlier to explore the Scottish Harry Potter lands. That wasn't our purpose, but that's what we ended up doing.
And if you don't know, we've been doing the Advent
That's
calendar.
That's your favorite thing to say. And if you don't know, I definitely need to put that now you know on there.
An Advent calendar is something you do before Christmas.
Right.
It's 24 days before Christmas, so each day you do something. And you can go back and watch. Sam did every day.
Yeah, I did a video every day, a couple 2-3 minute video for each of these, but we're doing a more in-depth of this.
Most Advent calendars are candy, but we do the adult version.
Okay. I don't know. My kids do a beer Advent calendar.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't get one.
You're not one of my kids. You act like one, but you're not.
Daddy.
Alright, so, yeah, this is from the Orkneys. It's going to have a little bit of brininess and peaty, smoky type of essence to it. This is the Magnus, and this is named after their founder, Magnus Evensen. I guess that's the last name, Evensen. But it's named after the founder, Magnus Ewensen. That sounds more Scottish Viking type stuff.
That sounds like a pretty good name, though, Magnus.
Magnus.
I'm Magnus.
You're Minimus. Minimus. So, cost-wise, it's a single malt. Cost-wise, it's $40.
So reasonable.
Reasonable. Actually, extremely reasonable for Highland Park. Almost all the other Highland Parks are $80-$90 or more, at least in this area that we live in. So $40 is going to make this I'm going to put down 2-barrel, just in case you can get it $39, $38, yeah. It's a 40% ABV or 80 proof, and even though it's a single malt, there's no age statement on this. I think I read that it's probably about 10 years.
What was the proof, 80?
Yeah, 40-80. And it is aged in sherry and bourbon casks. Sherry and bourbon casks.
So, bourbon shipped over from the United States?
Well, the casks, yeah.
Not the bourbon, but the...
Yeah. It's extremely light colored.
Yeah, you'd think from the sherry it'd be a little darker.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do our review. Wow. So for cost, it's a 2-barrel at $40, right about. Aroma, we each give it a 4. Your aroma profile?
Gave it a little bit of. It's a little. I got a mic up.
Did the little guy lose his mic?
There's a little bit of honey in there. It's got a little.
Okay.
Not like a lot, not pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the aroma. And a little bit of. It does got a little bit of the shortbread kind of.
Okay, yeah. I'm getting a sweetness.
And it does got the malt.
Okay. Sweetness of vanilla, sherry, obviously. That sherry.
Yeah, you can definitely get the sherry barrel in it.
The sherry kind of fruitness to it. I'm getting saltine crackers. That's your shortbread. So that's really cool. I get a little apricot on the nose.
Yeah, I was smelling the fruit, but I couldn't really decide which one it was, so it was hard for me to... And definitely putting a little bit of water in there just opened it up.
Yeah, opens it up on aroma and flavor.
Flavor, yeah.
So, leading into flavor, we each give it a 4. You only have one F for malty.
Oh, yeah. That was the flavor. There's a little bit of malty in the flavor.
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out how to do the wheel.
I think it's spicy, a little smoky. I'm getting hints of peat, but at least some smoke. But it reminds me of more of an Islay peat.
Yeah, it does got the peachy. This is a mellowed down peat.
Right.
It's like...
Yeah, that was my next thing. This is also watery. I mean, it's not very thick and oily or anything. It's more silky and watery and...
But you know me, I like the really peaty. I like the Lafroy. I love
Lafroy.
Lafroy. I love that. Like just.
I don't know why I get so mad because people correct me on stuff I say all the time on comments. It's not that.
But you know how I like. But this is just like very, very mellow. Gives you a little taste of that without like overpowering you.
Along with the spiciness, I was trying to figure out what the association was, and according to your color wheel, the closest thing is cinnamon, but not like, it's more like that really dry cinnamon, that really, I don't know, almost like fresh powder type of cinnamon, not...
Yeah, I can kind of see that. But it's not, it's a cinnamon, but not a cinnamon.
It's not a candied cinnamon. For bite, we're off. I give it a 3.5. I could have given it a 4, but I gave it a 3.5. You gave it a 4. I think it's spicy, and it's got a slight lingering. For 80 proof, I think it should be less spicy.
Spicy.
And it's a little spicy. I still am feeling it in my throat, in my back of my tongue. So that's why I gave it a 3.5. So this is going to make you basically a 3.5 barrel, and it's going to give me a... Oh wow, a 3.25555. It's a 3.5. It's a 3.5. I would be really excited to try their other iterations. I just can't afford them. Highland Park they get expensive. I picked this one up because of the cost. It was inexpensive where I got it. And because I wanted something for the advent calendar that was a little bit... I mean, Glenmorangies are really good Scotch. Jura's a really good Scotch, but I wanted something a little bit more, I don't know, highfalutin, if you will. And so that's why I picked it up. And I'd really like to try some of their other stuff, but they get into the hundreds of dollars. And I can understand why. The Orkneys is so far out of civilization to get stuff up there and then get it out. I can see. So,
well, for this, I would think if you're like kind of getting into scotches, but you're doing like the more blended or mellow ones, and you kind of want to try a more peaty one, but you're kind of a little afraid, this would be a good one to like step it up.
Yeah, I don't think you should jump into this as your first scotch, but
yeah, but if you already begun that journey and you're like you want to go the next step, this would be a good one to.
Tell us what you think about Highland Park, the Magnus specifically. Which is the next Highland Park we should try that I can afford? Don't be throwing out some sort of $800 bottle. It's not going to happen.
You can send it to us, though.
Yeah, you can send it to us. Not to him. Send it to me. Tell us what you think. Again, this ends we have one episode on Tuesday, but this ends our exploration of
the Advent
calendar samples. And so beginning Monday, we will be back on track to doing some different, you'll never notice the difference, but we'll be back on track to doing different alcohols. And Tuesday we'll finish up the Advent calendar, and the next Thursday will be the first whiskey that's on our ever-increasing backlog. I think we counted like 70 bottles of just whiskey on backlog.
We gotta get drinking.
And then, of course, Wednesdays is our coffee time, where I will explore the world of coffee with you. And I've been having a lot of fun. They're a lot shorter videos, but we look at coffees. And I believe I heard Cody say that we'll probably be trying some coffee-inspired cocktails coming up. But Fridays is our cocktail hour, and we have a lot of fun on that, him and I do. So make sure you check those out. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Please subscribe. It means a lot to us. Check out merchandise, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I guess that's it. Merchandise. And remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey, and this is great whiskey.
This is great whiskey.
Cheers.
Laters.